Hey guys, I'm Christi Given, and welcome to the Masterclass How to Get Your Music on Television. So, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. I want to let you guys know I'm going to cover about 10 points with you on what you need to do in order to get your music with a sync licensing agent or company, and how you can make some royalties every 3 to 4 months, depending on the PRO that you sign up with, which is a company that tracks your royalties. So, first and foremost, I just wanna give a little wrap up about who I am, give you guys just a little bit more about me in case you don't know me or what I do. I'm Christi Given. I'm a singer and a songwriter, and I began writing songs at the age of 12. I have written over 350 tracks for television, and I've had them placed over 450 times on TV networks such as A&E, Bravo, Lifetime, E Channel, and more. And if this is something that you want to do as an artist or as a musician, or you're interested in learning about how to go about doing this, then you are in the right place. And I just want to applaud you for showing up today, and I just want to share too that some of my music has been heard on TV shows that you may have heard of or you may have watched, such as Bling Empire, Below Deck, Dance Moms, Little Women of LA, Vanderpump Rules, The Housewives, and more. So I just want to tell you guys a little disclaimer. Though this at times, seems like such a glamorous job and or glamorous side hustle, it is exactly that. It's a side hustle. I think some of the producers and maybe some of the guys that make the beats, this can be maybe a full-time gig for them. For a singer, TV singer, songwriter, what I did, which was, short jingles, 30-second songs in the beginning, and I was told this by many professionals in the industry that I worked with, just so that I had the proper expectation going in. This was around 2016 when I first started training to learn how to do these TV tracks. Is number one, do not expect to, get a ton of, royalties right away or making a ton of money very quickly. That's just not the reality of it. And so I want you guys to have a very realistic expectation going into this. If you're a true and genuine artist and your heart is not, you know, I want to get rich quick or I want to take a shortcut. If you feel any of those things, then this probably isn't the webinar for you or masterclass for you. And not even necessarily the route you want to take, because actually in life there's nothing that is, overnight success. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of discipline, diligence. It is the hustle and grind, and it is years of labor. Just to even see even like a few $100s to even $1,000 in royalties. But the good news is once you do start making these tracks, if you do this as like a side time, side hustle or part-time gig, once you consistently produce tracks for either yourself as an artist submitting them or band, you can actually snowball these. And then after the first year, you may see a check in the mail and or a direct deposit. These come like every 4 months, which is every quarter. So I just wanted you guys to have a realistic expectation about this. And I wanted to give that disclaimer that it is a lot of hard work, and it won't be probably, you won't see any real funds coming from this as a source of revenue for like the first year, because it takes time in the system, to collect the royalties, whether you get a placement domestically in the United States, there are specific time frames that you get paid per quarter. And so sometimes it's international deposits, sometimes it's domestic deposits. And then just for them to track, the different TV networks and the different, how many times it was placed. So just keep that in mind while you're learning this. But like I said, if you hustle and grind and you are a hard worker, you're like on fire, you're like, I want to produce hundreds of tracks like you, way to go. I believe in you guys, and I believe you can do it and you will do it if you have the determination and the willpower and, like I said, the ability to be really focused. And your focus should not be on the money. It should be on the art. It should be on creating music and getting stronger as a songwriter, getting stronger as a musician and you know, if you're a band, then you want to be stronger together as a band. If you're a songwriter, this is a really great way to increase your income for, you know, a lot of artists, they don't make a lot unless they're doing live shows or selling merch. So this is a great side stream of income. And I want to highlight it's a side stream of income. It's not a mainstream of income. Okay. So we settled that. So I just want to let you guys know that I have, I've been doing this since 2016 and officially placing since 2017. So I've been doing this about 7, 8 years. And I was really, really, inspired in the beginning. And I really wanted to just rack up those songs. And I wanted to, it did expand my skill sets. Like I definitely learned so much. And I was primarily in the Christian gospel genre, which now I'm kind of like in the country folk gospel genre. And I'm an indie artist, as you guys probably know. And so I'm not on a major label. So I do a lot of things independently, but I really wanted to grow as an artist. And so I was super, super on fire when I started doing this. I started to do 8 tracks a week. Then it went up to 10 tracks a week. And then it sometimes in the studio was 12 songs in a day. And I got those done within an hour or two in recording sessions. And as I mentioned, these songs were only 30-second jingles, 30-second clips, 30-second songs. So probably like 2 verses and a chorus. Um, and so it depends. There's several different sections or segments I can talk about. There's several different genres of this business of how you can look at it and different ways you can go about it, right? So first first of all, I wanted you guys to know that you could look at this as a perspective of just a recording artist, like a singer-songwriter like me. And you can actually submit your own personal music, like tracks you've done that's on Spotify and Apple and all of that. So I personally, when I started, didn't want to mix my artistry songs with the songs for television because I felt that the songs for television were tailor made to the show. So for example, if you sign up with a sync licensing agency or company, like a TV track company, typically they will instruct you on what the theme is or what it is that they need for the show. And so that's very customized. And so the likeliness of you having that song in your library, your personal artist library, is very rare. Granted, you can come up with it on your own if you're going the route just as a singer, songwriter, artist. You can, create like a batch of songs and then, submit them out to different companies if, you're not with a sync TV licensing company. But what I recommend is we're going to go down the different paths and the different things that you can do, the different alleyways, right? There's another guy who I know is very knowledgeable and he is a YouTuber and he talks to the rappers and the beats production guys about how to get your beats on TV. I'm not that specialist, so if that's something that you're trying to figure out, I don't want to waste your time because that's not my specialty. My specialty is being either a singer, songwriter slash band that produces tracks. More even precisely is this would be the perfect masterclass for people who are strictly learning as a singer-songwriter how to expand their voice across the airwaves to different TV shows. And if you are looking to either write for a, company, or you want to get your own personal tracks on, then this is for you. Okay. So I know a guy, his name is Nathan Foreman, and you guys can actually follow him at Excalibur0. He's on YouTube and he's on Instagram. He actually does a great job explaining how to get with different sync licensing companies for producers and for beat makers. And I feel like he does a really good job telling that. So, like I said, follow him, look him up. He's really cool. And he's actually, I think he's produced some songs I've done for TV before. I think we've had some placements together. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there. So just to make it clear, so there might be some rappers on here, or you might, if you're a rapper, that's fine. You can stay along and enjoy the ride, because I'm a songwriter too. So I love to write. And the writers, there's a lot of potential for you to make money in this industry, at least after the first year. You realistically, if people want to know the amount you make, I'd say for about the amount in the beginning, it would be like $100 every couple months, every like 3 to 4 months of direct deposit. That's just like in the beginning. And then after a while, after you have like a year or two under your belt, you'll get consistent checks, probably like if you place a couple hundred songs, probably like $500, $400 every couple months. So that totals to about an extra like 1,000 to 2,000 a year. And that's not that much in some people's opinions, but I feel like, as I mentioned, every artist is different. It really depends on how much work you put into this and how often you're placing music, how much these music supervisors like your voice, your sound, your lyrics. And also, it depends on the route in which you are pitching your songs. Like, are you doing it by yourself with a disco AC link? Or are you working with a sync licensing agency or company that's actually already in a relationship with these music supervisors that can actually get your songs placed, a little bit faster? So there's just different ways to go about it. So I'm going to go over that. Just wanted to give you guys a little brief over of that. So number one, what is the first and foremost thing that you need to do before you even hit the record button or click that email button? First and foremost, I would highly, highly encourage you guys to join a pro company. Well, it's actually called a performance right organization. So the two main ones are ASCAP or BMI. And there's also another one, CSAC, but I'm not as familiar with them. So it's really simple. On ASCAP, you go to their website. It's about $50, usually to register for life, which is not bad. And if you are a singer, then that's considered your performance royalties. And then if you're the writer royalties. You can also have your own ownership of your own publishing name, which I highly recommend if you're a songwriter. So you would actually have like two accounts, not two accounts, but technically two accounts, because you would need to have that information set up so that they know how to pay you. Okay. And personally, I'm with ASCAP. And when I signed up, it was only $35. So I personally just thought ASCAP was newer, more modern, and I just went with them. Mainly it was the financial aspect of it. Right now, it seems like they're doing a free sign up for those who are new writers. I don't think they do that all the time. So it's probably like a little bit of a promo or a short-term thing. But yeah, if you invest that $50, I promise you it is worth it, because they're the ones that track your royalties. They're the ones that, mail you your checks essentially, or your direct deposits. So you really want to get involved with them. Okay. And so I'm actually going to share my screen. What I really want you guys to do right now is I want you guys to get a notepad out, or pull out your phone and write your notes wherever you take your notes. Get your iPad, and I'm going to give you a minute to do that. Okay. So go ahead, grab your pen, grab your paper, and I want to um, I'm going to share my screen in a minute. So this is to help you guys. I really want to help you guys. And this is going to save you hours and hours of research on YouTube, hours and hours just trying to figure this out on your own and what you should do. And so I really hope this helps. So I'll give you guys a second. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to first go to ascap.com. Okay. So, oh, also I have a podcast if you guys are interested, Building Hollywood podcast. Speaking of, let's see. Yeah, so I'd love you guys to go to my if you guys are down to do this, go to my YouTube channel and just search at Christi Given. That'd be dope if you could do that. I would really appreciate that. Okay. So I'm gonna go to ascap.com. Oh yeah, the other one you can do is BMI, so it's bmi.com. Okay. So the performance right organizations are crucial in your career as a songwriter, TV singer, because this will come in handy when your songs are placed. Whoever you're published with, they will track the royalties about how many times the song was placed and when you need to be paid. Okay. And also, this is the first step that you need to take if you want to be a serious artist. The main ones, as I mentioned, are ASCAP and BMI. I believe BMI was founded way earlier. They were actually founded in 1939. So they've been around a very long time. They initially were there to represent forward thinkers who wanted to be songwriters in emerging genres such as jazz, blues, country. And they also wanted to protect the public performances of their music. And BMI is actually currently the largest music rights organization in the United States and continues to nurture new talent and new music. And that one is a little bit more, as I mentioned. ASCAP is only $50, whereas BMI is $75 to join. So I believe that's what made my ultimate decision was I did some research on my own. And as I mentioned, this little masterclass you guys are taking right now, this is going to save you so much time because I had to do hours and hours of research to figure out this all out. And as I was talking about earlier, when you join ASCAP, you're going to have an IPI number. So IPI, the IPI number is how they identify you when you are being credited for TV. Okay. So I'm trying to share my screen with you guys. Please hold. I think that Zoom changed their um their settings because it's really weird. I cannot find it. That's very bizarre. Okay, share screen. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify something really quick that I said earlier. So I mentioned that you have two accounts, like say, for example, if you sign up with ASCAP. What I meant by that is that it's really advisable that you get a publisher name. For example, I have a publisher name, but that is separate from my writer account on ASCAP. And that way, if I am the sole publisher of a song, then I will get the credit for that song, publishing wise. So you might want to dive deeper and do some research on why you need a publisher or why you should self-publish. You can also sign with a publisher too. But the writer part is, I feel like, very key. Okay. So yeah, now I think I'm sharing my screen with you guys. I hope this is working. Let's see. Okay. I don't even know if you guys can see this. I said share screen. So I've done this before. Here we are. Perfect. Okay. Just want to share this. Okay. Can you guys see me? Okay. So this is what ASCAP looks like. And so if you want to join, you would click this button, join now for free. Like I said, at the time that I joined, it was not free. Um, if you want to look at the membership types, you can do writer and publisher. It says ASCAP royalties are split evenly between writers and publishers. Join as both to ensure you get paid as everything you deserve. Then it says free for writer, but then over here it says $50 non-refundable. Publishers handle the business side of musical compositions like licensing and copyright administration. So I think right now they're doing this free promo. I guess if you're just solely going to be a publisher, then you just pay $50. But if you're going to be a writer and a publisher, somehow you're getting a deal. So I recommend that right now. If you do this for free, you're saving the $50. That's really a cool deal right now. Um, So that's great. That's a great opportunity. Okay. So what you're going to do, I mean, it's very user friendly. You guys can figure this out. You're smart people. You join now for free and then you choose your membership. So let's say I want to do this one. So your publisher company name. So you would put if it's just you, individual sole proprietor, or if you have an LLC, okay, and it's gonna ask you for documentation. It's gonna ask you for, it's basically you're creating an account with them, okay. And I'm gonna include a little clip from what I screen recorded from my account, um, so you guys can see the stuff that I've placed. You can see proof of that. Now I'm going to go to bmi.com. This is the alternative to ASCAP, but considering ASCAP is offering the free membership right now, which I don't think that always is the case. I would recommend going with them, but you may want to go with BMI for your own reasons. Um, and you can do your own research. You can learn about the history, what their primary focus is on, the differences between ASCAP and BMI, so you can make that executive decision. Um, and these are like the genres. So you may feel like, oh, I kind of vibe more with them because they have more artists that are into Afrobeat or into hip hop, whatever the case is. Looks like they have theater too and jazz. So let's see. This one, you log in. So I was going to say SESAC, SESAC. They're another company and they offer licensing for businesses that play music or need to legally play artist music in public. So let's say bars or restaurants that want to access, music to enhance their business. They would go to something like CSAC and get a license to be able to, you know, use music. Surprisingly, you guys may not know this, but you know, public businesses and public places have to purchase a license in order to use royalty-based music. So artists can get paid properly because if you're playing their songs and it's enhancing your business, then the artist deserves to get paid for that. A lot of people may not know that, but when you own a restaurant or a club or a bar, you have to purchase this license. Okay, so you see bmi.com. Again, I don't have an account with them. I have an account with ASCAP, but if you were going to start, you see my mouse right here. It's really small writing, but it says sign in. You push new user, create account. And then there you go. It's opening up. And like I said, when I signed up with ASCAP, it was 35 bucks and BMI was like 75. So I was like, of course I'm going to go with ASCAP because it's cheaper. But it was also because there were some artists that I related with that was already registered. So, anyways, so you guys get the point. You're going to need to go on and do this research yourself. Okay. And yeah, oh, I want to mention something. So the registration fee is usually a one-time payment. And, if you guys have questions about the lifetime membership, then, email them directly, either ASCAP or BMI. I'm not obviously in that field of, I don't work for them and uh, I can't give you exactly, I can't give you specific answers to your questions regarding how ASCAP and BMI work individually. I'm just giving you guys my professional opinion as an artist and what benefited me and how I got to where I am in my career, having placed over 450 tracks and just how to about doing it. So I just want to give you guys that as a disclaimer. So go ahead and do your homework. Make sure if you have any questions directly with the company, reach out to them. Feel free to call them or email them. Okay. So that was step number one, is to register with ASCAP or BMI. So that if you're taking notes, that's point number one. And I have about 10 steps for you. So I got to get through this. So number two is make sure your music that you submit to TV music libraries is high quality. That should be a given. A Christi given. Just kidding. That should be a given, but some people, they don't have high quality music and they submit it to TV and then they wonder why they're not hearing back from the people. And so it's not to be harsh, it's to help you. So if you got to work with a friend that is amazing at creating beats or instrumentals, then go ahead and do that. Doesn't mean you have to carry the weight all on your own. If you're just solely the vocalist and you do the performing, you do the singing, you know, or if you're the singer songwriter but you can't make the beats, then it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to partner with other people, collaborate. And this is the other key, is that if you sign up with a sync company, a sync agency, usually they have artists and composers already in their company, and they usually send you the tracks. That's at least what they did for me. And then I would write the songs. They would send me like 8 tracks or 10 tracks, and then I would write to each song and I would do the harmony, melody, vocals, and the lyrics. And then I would download the songs via WeTransfer on my computer. I would, you know, brainstorm, write songs, record them on my computer, and then I would even like burn a CD and I would listen to them in my car, even on the way to the studio. And I would rehearse in my car. I would do vocal warm ups. And then by the time I got to the studio, I was so ready to lay down the tracks. So that's how I was able to get down, 10 to 12 tracks a session, because I put the work in and the I can't talk preparatory work to before the actual studio, if that makes sense. Okay. So I really encourage you. Step number 3 is to do your research and homework. Find sync agencies and companies that are relevant to the genre of music you do. If you do hip hop, focus on looking for companies that need hip hop music. You might be submitting music to a company that they only deal with pop and country artists, or they might do pop, country, and jazz and theatrical. And you're like submitting to those people and they're like, we don't even use hip hop, right? Or vice versa. I might be a country singer and I'm trying to submit my music to a company that does EDM, or they're submitting tracks to video games. Like they produce for the video games and they're looking for hip hop and EDM or techno or lo-fi beats. So you guys do have to do that little bit of homework. So definitely recommend. I would also advise, once you are settled and you got some tracks that are high quality, you signed up for ASCAP or BMI, and then you've done a little bit of your homework and you found the sync agencies that you want to submit to, I would highly recommend, next step for you is to sign up with Disco AC. Um, because there are a lot of music supervisors who like using Disco AC because it's a simple link and you create a profile and it has a simple link that you can just send to producers. And they do have a free trial period, so you can check it out and use the program or the membership while you can. It's basically a form of submission. So I'll show you guys what it looks like so you guys know what I'm talking about. And I'll show you guys. Hang on. So I've done some research too, watching some other industry professionals, producers who've worked with really high up people. And they said that they enjoyed artists sending them this. Okay. So there is a fee every month to use them. It's $10 a month. But like I said, um, what it does is you basically just have a profile and it has all of your songs in one place. And then you just send the songs directly to the producers. Okay. And the other thing is they have searchable catalogs, so actual producers can, like, type in whatever, genre or sound your music is. So say mine's, like, moody country or moody western, okay? I can put that in the discovery suite, and there's auto tagging and, instrumental. I hope this is making sense to you guys. I hope I'm not going too fast for some of you guys. Am I even sharing my screen? I hope so. Okay. Am I sharing my screen, guys? Can you see? Okay. I don't even know if you guys saw that. Okay. So in the discovery suite, so you just basically have like your links, you have your songs in there. It's like a little library. And then you have like you can have auto tagging. So it'll say what genre, like, okay, funk, pop, electric guitar, it has drums, it has bass. So producers that are looking for this type of sound, like, I need they're searching for a certain type of mood for their TV scene, right? I'm looking for fun, happy, confident, and I'm looking for mid tempo. I'm looking for female vocals. They'll type this in. Oh, look, I want Juice. I want to use this song by Lizzo, Juice. Perfect, and then they contact you. So when you sign up, like I said, you can do a free trial, which is fantastic because I get it, guys. Everything costs money, right? So you may not want to spend $10 or more to do this, but let's just say you're going to sign up. I'm going to start. I want to do this. Let me try to sign up here. Okay. There we go. This is crazy. It's asking me for all of this. Just kidding. So you can pick, like, I'm an artist, I'm a band, I'm a composer, I'm a producer, I'm an engineer, I'm a songwriter. I'm an artist, but I'm also a songwriter. So I probably would, I don't know, I guess I can put songwriter for now. So see, it will like give you your own personal link. And then you can put your own like Spotify and you can put your social media. And if I want to go to Spotify, I gotta go down here, but I'm going to stop sharing because I don't want to bore you guys to death. You guys get the point. You guys know how to sign up for a membership or or a trial period. I know you guys are going to figure that one out. And plus, I'm running out of time, so I got to hurry up. Okay. So you sign up for number 1, you sign up with ASCAP or BMI. Then number 2, make sure your music is high quality. Then do your research homework, find sync agencies that have the genre that you want to work with. Then you sign up with Disco AC, which will give you your own personalized link that you can send to these music producers if that's the route you're choosing. if you are going to work with a sync company or agency, you don't necessarily need the disco AC. That's only if you're going to do it as a solo artist and you want to submit to these people on your own, which I think you could do both. I think that it'll be beneficial to do both because then you'll have a higher chance to get seen and heard. And anyways, so step number 4, submitting your music. There are a couple of options. Like I said, look up TV sync agencies, companies. I'm going to try to put a resource together for you guys where you guys can download the PDF. Feel free to email me if you guys want that for your own, just to get those links. So you can just go to the direct website and click the link and submit. I believe that if you work with a sync TV company, as I mentioned earlier, it's actually a lot better for you as the artist because these people already have the relationship and there's already trust that's been built with the sync agencies versus you just doing it on your own as a solo artist because they already get tons of submissions, right? So, but if you have a TV sync company submitting your music for you, they have personal relationships with the music supervisors. Hence, you have a higher chance of you getting placements. And like I said, you don't have to produce all the music on your own. You're not left alone, and you have a higher chance of producing even more music because you have a producer sending you tracks. You just record, you do the writing. So like an example of one would be Music Gateway. That's just something I can Google. They work directly with music supervisors, broadcasters, TV production companies, advertising agents, according to their site, and game publishers worldwide, licensing music and earning our rights holders revenue. So if you want to try doing it on your own by yourself and see how it goes for you, go ahead. If you want to try to partner with a company that represents you as an artist, or that you can just work with them where they submit your music and they really like your sound, your voice, your songwriting, great idea. And I personally did sign with one in LA, and I'm still technically in contract with them. So my music's continually, even to this day, being placed with them. They can submit my songs. My 350 songs I wrote for television started in my journey started in 2016 learning, and I probably started placing in 2017. So over the last 7 to 8 years, I've been placing with them. But in 2023, I also signed with a new company that I've been recently working with, and they submit my music to new shows as well. So I've increased now, instead of it just being 350 songs I've written probably closer to 400. And the amount that I've placed it's between a number between 450 to 650. There's just more and more. It's just, like I said, once you start doing this over the years, it starts snowballing. Okay. So let's see. Step 5, write and submit as much music as you can. I cannot emphasize this more than, just getting in the habit of practice. And the more you write and submit, the higher chances of you getting better, number one, as an artist, and also for placements. Now, I'm not saying quantity is better than quality, not at all. But get in the habit, especially you songwriters out there, to write, 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 write. Okay. So I said earlier, I was starting at 8 songs a week. Then I challenged myself 10 songs a week. Then I was like, I could do 12 songs a week. And sometimes they only needed 8 to 10, and that was fine. But I was really hustling between the years of 2017 to 2019. I hustled, and that's when I did those 350 songs. Actually, all the way up until 2020, all the way up until the pandemic before the studios closed. So, like I said, work hard, hustle, write, listen to shows for inspiration, use themes, and ask for direction from your sync company. So, number 6, my piece of advice, if you're taking notes, is to listen to shows, TV shows for inspiration, or, shows that you want to be placed on. Start listening to the music that place, try to, duplicate a similar type of track, or something that would match that show. And why not reach out to the music supervisors? Why not reach out to them if they're open, you know? And you do need to also do your research on how to submit to these companies. Number one, how to submit to the sync agencies is its own field. If you're going to submit to a sync agency and you want them to kind of represent you and you sing for, whatever requests they give you, they send you the tracks, you write for them, great. But you need to ask them for direction because usually they have relationships with the music supervisor, and the music supervisor gets notes from the director of the show. And they say, hey, we're looking for a really up tempo, inspiring opener for the show. And it's a cheerleading show and we need it to be really poppy and fun. Boom. That's your instruction. Then the second, maybe you have another one. It's like, we're looking for a country western type of song and it needs to be romantic and moody and mysterious and maybe a little bit on the edgier side. You know what I'm saying? So that will help you, and you'll have a higher chance of placing songs because you're getting the raw instructions from the music supervisor who essentially picks the songs for the show. So, that's the best route to go. And then if you guys are submitting your songs on your own, make sure that at whatever TV show you are doing that, you do your research and you find out how to submit. And even when it comes to the sync licensing companies and agencies, like you need to look on their website. They'll have an area where it will tell you submissions, and make sure you follow those instructions because you don't want to upset the people that are above you that, if you keep emailing them, you want to have professionalism. Don't continuously spam them with email. And make sure you respect that if they haven't written back in a few days, like let them reach out. Um, and like I said, Disco AC is a great way to send songs. The same thing I would suggest would be like WeTransfer and Dropbox if you have like big files. And that's why Disco AC is great to use to send songs to producers in this industry because they don't have to download them. They can download them. There's an option for that, but they can just listen to them. And if they're interested, then they can, email you and so forth. Okay. I'm going to keep this moving. I said step number 7 is ask for direction from the music supervisor if possible and from your sync licensing agency and company, and make sure to follow those instructions. So if they tell you they want a moody country song, don't make it some chipper, happy, upbeat song because they're not going to pick it if it's for a specific scene that they need. Just be conscious of that, okay? And yeah, I want to just reiterate again, follow instructions. There's a higher chance that the TV show will pick up your song. If you don't follow the instructions for the inspiration for the scene of the lyrics, the less likely you will get placements and the less likely you're going to get paid. So listen up, follow the professional's guidance as best as you can. And if you have questions, ask, right? And you will have success, right? So I just want to say this is so exciting and I'm so stoked for you guys. And I just want to pause and just say thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for taking the time out of your day. Thank you for investing in your career. And thank you for just, taking that extra step to be a better singer, a songwriter, a better artist. And I just want to just let you guys know that if this has helped you so far, I would love to hear from you. If you want to reach out to me, please email me. Or if you have any feedback or any questions, please email contact@christigiven.com. And then number 8, we're all about to be wrapped up. Have fun and use your imagination. Imagine your song on your favorite TV show. Just imagine how cool it would be to hear your voice, your lyrics, your beats on TV, right? Well, it is possible. You just need to stay focused, stay positive, work hard, but most of all, have fun. Because also, you guys, when artists are stressed out, they lose their creative flow, right? Don't overthink it, relax, breathe, and think of those artists who inspire you. So that leads me to my next step, number 9. Listen to shows that inspire you. follow and notice their music cues, get inspiration from your favorite TV programs, watch how they insert the music, take note of the cues, and find music similar to yours. Learn from the pros. I recommend for inspirational songwriting or music wise, listen to some of your favorite singers or bands, and then plan a recording session shortly after that, a music songwriting session, a jam session, and you'll have so much inspiration. And then step number 10, the final step is practice before recording and record demos. Practice makes perfect, they say. But I heard someone say once, perfect practice makes perfect. So I highly recommend you reviewing your lyrics, your harmonies, your melodies, or maybe it's your rap. Record your scratch demos. Use your phone. You got a phone that has a little tool that allows you to record so that you can remember. But because you'd be surprised how quickly you can forget your sound or melody with the busyness of life. You have to hit that record button. When you get an idea, it might hit you randomly, like, when you're driving, make sure you pull over. No recording and driving. Um, you know, Make sure you grab it in the moment. Maybe it's in the middle of the night, you get this lyric or you get this melody or idea, write it down, record it. Because when you wake up in the morning, you're like, shoot, what was that? I forgot. And, artists like Taylor Swift, she uses her phone. She records little harmonies in her phone and she saves them. And, you know, it's just great. And then what you do, like at least what I did, how I recommend: record, practice, review, do vocal warm-ups if you're the performer. Also write down your lyrics on your laptop, then print them, or you can just have them in your phone and look at your notepad in the studio, or you can bring a physical notebook or journal with you to the recording session. Okay? So but make sure you're prepared. And if you have like a batch of songs you're doing, you may be able to do them from home. Nowadays, a lot of people are able to record from home because post-pandemic, a lot of people had to work from their own home studios. But if you have to go to a physical studio, make sure you have you may be able to take a second in the studio and say, "Hey, let me just listen to my scratch demo really quick." And then that way you're right on top of it. You got your song, you got your melody, and then you have your lyrics right there. Make sure you're vocally warmed up. You've got your warm water with honey or tea. And anyways, I am pretty much wrapped. This has been so fun teaching you guys this. I hope this helped you. I just want to say good luck to everybody, and that's all I have for now. If you guys need more help or advice, please feel free to email me, contact@christigiven.com. You can go to my official website, christigiven.com. Make sure to follow me on Spotify. Make sure to download my music on iTunes, Apple, wherever you stream music. I'm also on SoundCloud. If you want to hear some TV tracks, I have some songs on SoundCloud. And I also have a Bandcamp. I have an exclusive country EP that's solely on there that you can download and listen to. That was my latest project. You can find my new music video for Homeward Bound on Vimeo.com, and it's at Christi Given Music. That video, Homeward Bound, has been nominated by the Songwriters Guild of America as the best country song of the year. Still waiting to hear if I made the next round. I'm a quarter finalist, so we'll see who the winner is. And then also, just to share with you guys, I am in the top 20 artists for America's Next Top Hitmaker. So if you follow me on Instagram, at Christi Given Music, you guys can see in my link tree in my bio, you can find out how to vote. You can vote every single day up until the end of the contest, which is going to be, I think they're going to announce the winner like end of August or beginning of September. So literally vote every day for free, and you can share it on Facebook. You can share it on the app Nextdoor if you have the Nextdoor app. And it would really mean so much to me if you guys supported me as an artist, because the winner of this competition, they get a special mentorship with Busta Rhymes. They get a cash prize, which they can invest in their music, into equipment or recording. I may use it for my next music video and my next project. And then the other thing is they get to perform at the Rolling Stone magazine concert in Texas in March of 2025. So if you guys want to vote for me, I would highly like from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it so, so much. You have no idea how much it would mean to me. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, whoever wins this America's Next Top Hitmaker, they also get featured in Rolling Stone magazine. Hello, how cool would that be? That is like every band's dream to be featured in Rolling Stone magazine. So yeah, I just want to say that I'm going to be emailing some of you guys the PDF per request. If you email me, I will email it to you based off the resources of the places where you can submit or start to research the sync companies. Like I said, even if you get the links, make sure you check out how to submit the songs to them because they may have a certain way they want you to send the songs, either via Dropbox for Disco AC, or they may want you to just attach it in a WeTransfer. So make sure you follow instructions per every single sync agency is different. Also, if you're not accepted at the first company, I just want to encourage you guys, like it's okay. I don't want you guys to be discouraged because sometimes the company they're looking for a certain sound or have specific genres or styles or artists. Keep growing, keep working, and keep believing you can do it. I am cheering you on. And I just want to say, God bless you guys. Make sure to subscribe, not only to this channel, this is my coaching channel, but make sure you find my YouTube at Christi Given, where my music is as well. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to subscribe, comment, like, share, share my music channel. You guys rock. Find me on social media at Christi Given Music and at Christi Given Consulting. And that's a wrap. And I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye, guys.